I was first thrown into the world of autism because of my two sons. Patrick was diagnosed when he was 4 years old, but we weren't told till he was 7 years old. After all the anxieties and everything with Patrick, the school said they couldn't meet Patrick's needs. And I spoke to the local authority and they told me the ball was in my court to try and find a suitable school for Patrick and Angelo.
There are two children and they were having a bit of homeschooling 1 or 2 hours a week. And that wasn't good enough. You can imagine how desperate and lonely they felt because there was nothing out there, nobody to help them. So they said they were going to start their own school.
All these other parents started coming out the woodwork and they were very similar to myself. They were either at home with their children or their children were really struggling in mainstream school. So we decided to set up a support group, which we did, and it started off in my lounge at home and then it progressed that we went to a church hall. It started getting bigger and bigger and we grew to 275 families. We found out about a school that was disused and they were going to knock it down and build 37 flats. And what I did was I went in to have a look at the school. I spoke to the local authority and I just said, any chance of me having a look? And the local authority agreed. They said we needed £627,000 worth of refurbishment. We had £3,000 in the bank and we said yes, we could do it, and they leased it to us for 30 years. My husband asked for voluntary redundancy and we really struggled. We had no money coming in, we were just living off the voluntary redundancy that he had, and I remember we were having beans on toast and 9p tins of beans and all sorts because we were really struggling.
Anna is a very interesting parent because she's had 2 children of her own and she worked on getting a solution for them to have an education after a lot of heartbreak and difficulty. But she did not stop there. She took it to other parents, and that's, I think, what makes her inspirational.
To help us.
And we finally opened the school with 19 children walking through the door in September 1999, and my 2 children were the last 2 to be funded 2 weeks before we opened the school, and it was a fantastic feeling. We had the inspector that came from Ofsted after a month that we'd opened. He said that if he had a child with autism, he wouldn't hesitate and send them to the school.
Anna is truly inspirational. I mean, just look at this school, look at the Manor School, look at the environments that she's created for these autistic children. I mean, their future is so much brighter because she fought to get these buildings up and running.
And you have to say these children are lucky. If she hadn't built this school, I don't know where my son would be now. I don't know where any of these children would be.
It's really, really good, and it's really helping me to calm down my anger.
47. Since Hillingdon Manor School has been set up, we've set up a college called West London Community College. And why I've set up the college is because Patrick and Angelo were coming into their teens and I'm thinking, where are they going to go when they get to 19? And you cannot find anywhere for children, once they get to 18, 19, a specialist college for adults with autism. So we decided to set up our own.
My daughter-in-law is a wonderful person. She is ceaseless in her endeavour to spread the word about autism. She talks to people in India, Pakistan, tries to help them, sends them information, and she never stops.
And we've just actually got registration this week, so we're ecstatic. So we're ready to start up another school in Baston House School in Kent. I use whatever opportunity I can to raise awareness about autism, and obviously this is a fantastic opportunity to raise awareness about autism, and the children and adults deserve quality of education and care.